our world is increasingly more interconnected and interdependent. That is especially true when it comes to the climate crisis, which is why we will work together and continue to work together to address these issues, to tackle these challenges, and to work together as we continue to work operating from the new norms, rules, and agreements that we will convene to work together on.
6 of them, 6 work together, I counted. Kamala Harris's propensity to repeat herself in what detractors have dubbed word salad is not her only problem, of course. Remember, the Veep is reeling from the major staff exodus and very low poll numbers. I'm not sure who's lower, the vice president or the president himself. But I had an idea, Dana. For the vice president. Mm-hmm. Why couldn't she, because she really made sense during the talking about the Buffalo mass murder, talking about racism. Mm-hmm. Why can't she be in charge of fighting racism, or be Tipper Gore and in charge of, moderating or policing gangster rap that extols the virtue of extended magazines and so forth?
Well, gosh, I don't know. I mean, everything that they've given her, she said she doesn't want to do. I mean, maybe she would want to do that, and she could possibly be good at that. But that's when you're the vice president, you have to do everything. You're not just the czar for one particular issue. And the fact that that word salad was actually written down, that she was reading it, was weird to me. And maybe it was just bullet points and not an actual sentence. That could be. But I have to tell you, it reminded me of, I hated group work when I was in high school. No, junior high school, because I always did the work, but there was always somebody who showed up at the last minute for the class presentation who wasn't really a participant and just made stuff up to get the words out, to do their 3 minutes. And it sounds to me like what she was doing there.
Yeah, but why not use notes, Greg? Why not write out a speech? Why not? You do. We do. I do.
Yeah.
I have notes.
Yeah,
Everybody.
but I mean, how could she get people to work together when she can't even get her sentences to behave? She reminds me of me in my dreams when I dream that I have a final that I'm not prepared for.
Yeah. Right.
She's like that every single day. Why does she put herself through this? I mean, I think, though, in that particular instance, there was a point when she saw the work together come up, and it was almost like a robot becoming cognizant. It was like, oh, my God, I am a platitude vending machine spitting out unconnected fortune cookies. I don't think she believes anything she says, and there's a certain arrogance to it because she knows it's a bunch of BS that everyone will lap up, right? Because she's never had to try. She's never had to try. She just spews. I know that feeling.
Judge, I cheer her on. I really want her to succeed. She is historic. She is a person that history books will remember, maybe unkindly.
How will it? Yeah,
it may be unkindly, but she can't go a day, it seems, to me, without a misstep.
I've said this before, Geraldo. I mean, I feel terrible that a woman in a position of such power, and in a position where young women and girls look up to her, is such a failure on so many levels. It's not just the word salad, where you're right, Greg, and I wrote down what you said. She doesn't believe anything that she says. It's like she's not connected. She's not in the moment. She's not in the present. But then when you add to that, Geraldo, you add to it the laughing and the cackling, as though this is just a joke, let's go, slap a few, have a few together after this. I mean, it's very, very disappointing, and it hurts women. It hurts every woman coming after her. That's all.
Well, here's my question. What if she was a Republican? What if she was Trump's vice president? Would we be as harsh? Would the criticism be as cold?
I don't think Trump would ever pick anyone.
Did you meet Sarah Palin?
Of course not. But then play with.
You want me to play around with that?
Yeah.
All right. I think it would be brutal.
Yeah.
And it would get ugly, and I would have to defend whatever he or she said. I'm just kidding. No, this is how it is. And I feel sad in the sense that you said that women particularly don't need this, because I think of my daughters, 10 years old. They never talk about Kamala Harris. When we go out into the streets, we ask women about Kamala all the time. You don't hear the emotion behind the
Who do they speak
fact
about?
of how proud they should be about this woman.
Who do they like? Wonder Woman?
Who do they like?
Yeah.
They don't like politicians, Geraldo, I'll tell you that much. And I got to say that I don't know, and to your point, I don't know if she's winging it or her people are putting these things in the notes and she's reading it and then, like Greg said, realizes she's spewing out word salad. But I think you're right. I think she's lazy.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. I think she's lazy
I think she's
unprepared.
angry. I think that she's really pissed that she's been doing so badly and people are not appreciating her.
Well,
But
that's how lazy people get angry.
What about my Tipper Gore idea? Don't you like that idea?
Well, no.
No?
No. I mean, she got put in. Here's the thing. If you're the vice president of the United States and you're in this position, you have this opportunity. Look at the NBC poll. What are the top five issues in America? Nothing to do with rap music at all. It's
crime, it's
inflation.
crime.
You know, what she could have done, she should have done, is jumped on that baby formula grenade.
Yeah.
She should have done that. That would have been great.
Mayor
Why did
Pete's
they
out there.
have Mayor
But she
Pete do it?
She couldn't solve that.
She can't solve anything.
Yes, she could. She could say, Mr. President, we have to change these import rules right now.
Well, I guess
and then
you
go
could
out
say
there
that.
and do a press conference.
That's a good idea.